It is Monday the 6th of April today, which means that in just over a month I'm gonna have my first GCSE, which is so scary. I feel like I've kind of been ignoring how soon they are, and like the entirety of this year I was thinking like I need to make sure that once there's like a month left until my exams, I like properly just start doing stuff. And have I done that? No, I have not. So it's my second week of half term, which means I have 1 week to learn my entire maths course, the entire physics course, and the entire chemistry course. May or may not be achievable. But my progress so far is I finished the history course I wanted to finish, which was Crime and Punishment. Almost finished biology paper 1. I have like one set of flashcards that I need to go over. I got through a fair bit of geography paper 2, but honestly I think this week geography is the last of my worries. I did get through some of my maths kind of topics that I wanted to do. The thing with maths though is it's not even revision. I have to relearn the entire course because there were like at least 3 or 4 months in year 10 where I didn't have a teacher at all, so I didn't get taught the stuff that I was meant to be taught. There's like this huge gap in my knowledge right now which I need to fill, and I need to actually learn how to do it. So the main like aim for this week is to make a lot more progress on maths and to finish at least paper 1 of all my sciences. That's like my bare minimum, I think. I did change because it's really hot here for some reason. It was really cold yesterday and today it's really warm. Genuinely, I don't understand UK weather in the slightest. So I just finished biology paper 1. So I got 68, which is like 2 below a 9. So I got an 8, which initially I was like, what? Because I got a 9 in my paper 1 and my paper 2. So I was like, how did I get an 8? I think the reason is because I, one, didn't like go over the first like 3 topics. I just did B4 and then I've done like B1 to B3 recently. And then also my pen was like dying in the end. So I was like trying to just get all the questions finished before my pen ran out. I either need to do chemistry or maths or potentially physics. I'm trying to put physics off for as long as I can, to be honest, just because I hate it so much. And I think I'm gonna finish chemistry first before I do physics. But maths is like an ongoing thing. Like I need to keep doing that. That one's not really as optional. That's just like an ongoing thing. So what I've been doing recently for maths is I have this textbook, which actually isn't even for my exam board, but a lot of them are pretty similar and I couldn't find one for my exam board, so I'm just using the EdXL one. So what I've been doing is I literally just go through this. If it's like simple equations or like a simple explanation or something, I'll just go through this and like make notes on it. But if it's like something that I want to practice a bit more and like do questions on and I need like a more detailed explanation, then I will use like YouTube videos. The only person I watch right now is GCSE maths tutor. You actually like get the questions and he goes through them, so I find that really helpful. I have had a lot of people recommend that channel to me in my comments, and I do read my comments, I do listen. I feel like for me the only thing that motivates me to actually do maths is to write on my iPad, and I don't know why that is. I think it's just because I enjoy writing on my iPad because I never get to do it. So I have like all these notes on here. This is my geometry one, and then I have like practice questions and the explanations and stuff. Usually if I'm like going over a topic, I just need to see how I did the question the first time. I can't just like read an explanation and remember it. I need to like see how I did it. So I keep all my answers like on there so I can go through all the steps that I took. Actually, to be fair, my other motivation, I really just like want to prove that I can do maths. Okay, the list for today is long. So I had a list from like Tuesday, I think, of all the stuff that I wanted to start. But I ended up just doing like 5 hours of chemistry revision because I am not great at paper 1. It's because I didn't like pay attention during that time. And then yesterday I was out until like 6, so I was not going to do anything after that. So I'm going to try to finish a bit more of it today. So for maths, there's a topic that I want to finish some questions on. And then there are like 3 more topics in geometry that I want to do. I was never taught a lot of geometry. I honestly didn't even know that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees until like 2 months ago, which is slightly embarrassing. And then also I want to finish all of my paper 1 biology content. I'm almost finished. I just have to go over my flashcards for B4, and then I need to go over C3 questions for chemistry because I'm so bad at equations, again because I never learnt them. And then also there are like a million different ways that they phrase it, and it's just like, what is going on? And then for history I need to go over like every single conflict in American West because I don't know the difference between them. They all seem like the exact same thing to me and I can't get my head around the differences, so I need to work on that. It's currently 1:45 because I woke up really late, which honestly I'm not bothered about because it's literally half term. Like, what am I doing if I can't wake up late? So I don't want to work any later than like 6 because I usually don't do any like schoolwork in the evenings, just so I have like some time outside of schoolwork. That gives me like 5-ish hours to finish everything, which is probably not going to be enough because there's a lot of it, and science usually takes me a while. I'm gonna see how much I can get done. If I don't get history done, that's like not a big deal really. I'm more focused on getting chemistry and biology done because I haven't even started on physics, and that was like one of my goals, so I want to do like something in physics at least. So if I finish these two, then that's like a step in the right direction. Okay, so I've finally finished actually like going over the content for biology paper 1 and chemistry paper 1, which means that I've mostly done my goal of finishing all of science paper 1 for this half term, but also that means I have 3 days to do physics paper 1, which is not ideal, but we can do it, it's fine. So the main thing that like catches me out for paper 1 chemistry is all the like calculations and stuff, because I really underestimated last time how many there would be, because literally I feel like every other page of the exam is some kind of calculation. So I'm gonna go through this, and then there's just like a bunch of example questions and practice questions, so I'm gonna try and do all of those. I also always forget this thing, like the centimeters to decimeters thing. Hopefully once I've done all my equations and stuff, I can do like an actual practice paper for paper 1, because I have no idea what level I'm working at for paper 1 right now. I made my own like formula kind of sheet for paper 1 because there are so many equations I just like lose track of what they are and how many there are. So I have conversions on this first page and then all the equations here. This actually kind of puts into perspective because I thought that there were way more than this and actually aren't that many. But then the thing is, all of these are literally just one topic. Like these ones are across 4 topics and then most of them are in one topic. Now I actually have to practice using them because I can memorize the equations and everything, but then they kind of swap the wording around in the exam and it throws me off a bit. So I'm going to practice how to actually do them. Okay, it's like 7:30 right now and I am like done. I refuse to do anything else. So my original plan for today was to do history, chemistry and maths. What did I do? I did 4 hours of chemistry, just chemistry and nothing else. That was not quite my plan, but you know what? I think that's fine because now I have all of chemistry done because I've already done my paper 2 revision for my mock, and then I've done paper 1. So I finished C4 and C5, and then it also went back over all the rest of the flashcards for paper 1, so they're like a bit more in my mind, I guess. I finished like about half of a past paper, but my iPad's like about to run out because it's so old, so I'm gonna charge it overnight I think, and then tomorrow I will finish it. Honestly, I don't think I did that great in it because the thing with chemistry paper 1 is I feel like they mix stuff up. Like I'm so lost, but we'll see how it goes. So the plan is now I need to clean my room a bit before I do anything because I won't be able to like function if I can't move around my room properly. So there's like stuff on my bed that I need to sort out, like textbooks and stuff, and then I'm gonna shower quickly, and then I think I'm gonna edit a bit because I don't want to be like behind on it. And then I think while I'm editing I'm gonna rewatch Red, White and Royal Blue because I watched it for the first time yesterday, which I know I'm so late to because I feel like it was a thing like 2-3 years ago, and I haven't ever watched it because I heard so many bad things about it and about the book, but I feel like there may have been some bias in that criticism of the film that I'm not going to go into. Let me just say I think it was the same kind of criticism that was going on towards Heartstopper when that was a big thing, but I'm not going to go into that. So yeah, I'm going to rewatch that even though I literally just watched it last night. iPad is charged for once, so I'm gonna try and finish the past paper that I started yesterday. I'm a little bit scared because I feel like the questions weren't really that great for this paper. I don't know if it's like specifically the year that I'm doing or if it's just in general paper 1 questions are harder. And I know that paper 2 is meant to be a harder paper. I really don't feel like that's the case. I feel like paper 1's harder for chemistry, honestly. Okay, final reveal, I got 54. I think the thing is I just need to learn how the mark schemes work for chemistry because there are a lot of like specific things that you have to add and you have to use like specific words for things, and I haven't quite like caught on to how that works yet. So I got 54, which is a 6, and then the boundary for a 7 is 57.5. So I was not that far off, considering I got a 9 in my paper 2 and a 6 in my paper 1. May require a bit more work, but that does mean that I finished doing everything that I wanted to do for paper 1, and now I can actually revise it rather than learning it, which hopefully will get me somewhere. So I've done bio paper 1, I've done chem paper 1, so now I need to figure out how I'm going to fit in all of physics paper 1 in 3 days. I can't remember how much revision I've actually done for paper 1 physics, so I'm not quite sure how much work I need to do on it, but I remember doing better on paper 1. I think I got an 8 in paper 1 and a 6 in paper 2 for physics. And paper 1 for physics is the only one that I do find like easier. Also, we hit 4k. Considering I was on like 500 subscribers this time last year, I feel like that's pretty good. It's not a lot, obviously, but it's more than I thought I'd have, and I'm glad that this is actually like getting me somewhere, and I'm still like a bit in shock that people actually like want to watch my videos. Literally listening to Phoebe Bridgers' Christmas music, I feel like this is it for me. This is rock bottom. I'm getting like deja vu from this filming spot right now because I did this at like exactly the same time yesterday. Okay, so the progress on like everything so far. So I remembered that I've actually been doing flashcards in my actual like physics class, so I already had them. So I just need to like actually go over them. But today I was basically doing all the flashcards for paper 2 because I think I have 2 of the units done for flashcards, and then the rest of paper 2 I still need to do the flashcards for. And I really want to, by the end of this half term, have all of my resources just done so that for the next like month or 2 I can just go through all my resources rather than having to make them. Really, I should have done that all in year 10 start of year 11, but I didn't because it sounds like it should be really easy, but like in reality trying to keep up with like making resources and actually revising as you go along is not that easy, especially since I had like 2 or 3 sets of mocks, so that kind of gets in the way of like consistent revision. So yeah, I think I did like 5 hours of mainly just physics revision, which is like a little bit insane. So I have 2 more days until I'm back at school, so I think by the end of this week I should have most, if not all, of paper 1 finished. And then I also want to try and keep up with like my math stuff as well, because there is a lot of that I haven't learned, which is like kind of throwing me off because at least with science I know some of it and I have actually been taught all the stuff. I just need to like revise it. So now that I've like done all that I want to do for today, I think I'm gonna edit because that's just like my daily routine now. Like literally I just finish like working and then edit straight away.